the family of a man beaten to death with a traffic cone by a group of teens last year is heartbroken.
And they just found out one of the teens charged with murder is out on bail because a Philadelphia organization helped him out. Kelly, what happened?
A Philadelphia organization helped out a juvenile to get out of jail after he was out after hours REDRUMMING a man that was not bothering him, had nothing to do with him, no beef with him or his stupid little friends. This is the things that you get by being a law-abiding citizen. The gremlins win. I'm over it. Y'all already know I've been over it, but you know that this thing with Mr. Lambert, which is the man that was deleted with the cone, the car cone or whatever you call it, in the middle of the early morning hours where 14-year-olds shouldn't have been out. Kids from the range of 10 to 15 years old out in the streets at 3 a.m. in the morning, REDRUMMING an old man that they had no business dealing with at all. 2 of the kids are the ones that got held accountable. The rest of them was allowed to go home. That was bad damn enough because they was all there. They was all participating. They was all a part of it, laughing, carrying on, joking. And now one of them gets out and they don't even tell the daggone family. And why and how is he out? For what? Why come now? Oh, nobody want to talk about that because it's more of this criminals, the gremlins have more rights than us hardworking, tax-paying citizens of these here United States.
Well, Jason and Sheba, I spoke with the family of the victim, 73-year-old James Lambert Jr. today. They told me they are still processing his senseless death, and hearing this again today just is making them relive this trauma all over again. Now, a spokesperson for the DA's office tells me this is an issue the Commonwealth does plan to address at the next hearing, which is scheduled for Monday.
I don't know what good that hearing is going to do. If he's already out, what difference is that going to make unless you're going to revoke it? But at this point, they set up there, they posted the bail. What are you hearing for? Y'all allow this. This is Pennsylvania, city of Philadelphia, that's going to allow this foolishness to go on. Can't imagine why there's so many issues in this city because you allow these criminals to get in and get out faster than they freaking grow. Same thing with NYC. Same thing with Baltimore. This child REDRUMMING a man with a bunch of other children, and someone gave that jackass bail, and somebody even worse paid for it. And then somebody will turn around and say, oh, it's racism. Oh, it's racism. F that and F him and the girl as well. And whoever let them out, posted the bail, F them too. Sit in there and wait till your trial. Think about what the F it is that you did. Do you even care? Do you even care that you REDRUMMING someone that should be dying in natural causes, made his whole life all the way up to 70 some odd years old in order for your punk ass to not only go ahead and delete him, but then to get out and be able to roam the damn streets of Philadelphia? And we supposed to be okay with that?
We're living in fear right now.
Tanya Stevens says when her daughter informed her on Friday that she saw 14-year-old Richard Jones in North Philadelphia, one of the 2 14-year-olds arrested and charged for the horrific traffic cone beating death of her uncle, 73-year-old James Lambert Jr. back in June, she was certain it wasn't possible.
Brushed it off, didn't think anything about it. That's because I know that the ADA would have called me, would have told us, would have put us on notice.
Instead, Stevens made a call, only to find out it was true.
And I said, well, how long has he been out? No one could tell me that.
Oh, so now nobody keeps track of anything. We don't know anything. Anybody could be anywhere. People think people in jail that's done something to them. They probably out. They probably left the town. They probably left the state. They probably left the country. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And listen, that's not me talking about the police because I know that they got a lot to do with less resources. What I'm going to say is all these people who was out here talking about defund the police and racism and it ain't fair and we don't need the police. These are the results that you effing get. These are the results that you effing get. So if/when, and God forbid that should happen, that this gremlin goes and does something to someone else, not only does the person or people that got him out of jail need to be held responsible, his damn parents need to be held responsible, and so does whoever it is that ain't keeping track of the fact of who is in and who is out of jail based off of the daggone bonds and everything else like that. They need to be held accountable.
And I lost it.
Online court records show his bail was posted back on November 18th, and that same day the bail was assigned to Movement Alliance.
So that's back in November, whoever this Movement Alliance project is. But November, they just finding out in daggone February. That's basically December, January, 3 months he's been out. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody know nothing. Ain't nobody noticed that he wasn't there. Ain't nobody think to call the daggone sister, the niece. No one thought in 3 months? That's a long ass time for no one to say anything.
Project. The docket says Jones's bail was set for $750,000 when he was first charged with murder. The cash bail system requires 10% to get some.
Who would waste $75,000 on a 14-year-old? Who would waste $75,000 on a 14-year-old? Does that 14-year-old then just go to the junior high school, I'm assuming that he was in, or the high school? Does he just get all right, I'm back, y'all? And so everybody just got to walk amongst him? I don't care about innocent until proven guilty. He's been charged with a $750,000 bail. Does he just get to go down the street and hang out in the neighborhood with all the other kids? What else is going on? What else is he doing? Because clearly the woman said she was walking down the street. He freely just out here. Is he back out on the street at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Someone out. It doesn't require a hearing, and it's often kept between the court and the juvenile system with no notification to the DA's office or the victim's family.
Why did they let him out and didn't let the girl out? It was two 14-year-olds incarcerated pending adult charges for beating a 73-year-old man to death on a school night in the city of Philadelphia in front of, the irony is, in front of the Martin Luther King Center, which
They probably don't even know who Martin Luther King is. And I mean that.
stands for justice. And we have no justice. Right now, I feel like the criminals get more advantages than the victims do.
Because the criminals do get more. The criminals get everything. Listen, I gotta say it. These black criminals get everything. And I'm tired. And all these people, this is what people wanted because they were worrying about the fact that the dude that went to Burger King after he did what he did. I forget who that was. He went to Burger King, or the police took him to Burger King, allegedly, after he did what he did to, I think, the church people, if I'm not mistaken. So in other words, black people wanted their Burger King after they do something, and now they getting it. So now we all got to suffer. We don't even be thinking when we out here run off at the mouth about stuff that we be saying that we wanted. I didn't want this. No, stay all your asses behind bars. I don't give a damn about no damn Burger King. Stay behind damn bars. Now, what if they let that dude out? Then what? Then what? We can't go around here trying to act like none of these ninjas, these gremlins, is not out here gremlinizing. And just because they're effing black, that they should get a break because it's supposedly and allegedly racism. That shit is shooting us all in the effing foot. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm trying to say that everything can't be racism. He's a bastard. He's a bastard. She's a bastardess. She's a bastardess. A red rummer, a deleter, charged $750K? Stay your ass behind bars until your trial come up.
Fox 29 stopped by the Movement Alliance Project's listed address in Chinatown, and we were told, quote, our information would be passed along to the appropriate people. Stevens says since the attack, they had harassment and retaliation concerns for her 84-year-old mother, Lambert Jr.'s sister.
We're seeing mental help right now because a lot of us are struggling with this because of how tragic it was that he died. Everyone gets off from work. We have to go to my mom's house, sit there for hours and make sure she's all right. Why should we have to live like animals right now? Because
these gremlins are not being raised by their good mamas. They ain't got no men in their life, no type of structure. They do what they want. They have no feelings. They go where they want, anytime that they want. They son husbands. And this is what negresses wanted. And now that's what they have. And then God forbid, when something happens to them, then they want to call on the same people that they call them racist whenever they feel like it. But then when they want them, it's okay. Topsy-turvy, crazy foolishness. Everything can't be racism. Things can be your fault. Accept responsibility for the actions that you take and what your freaking seed does. Because we tired of your gremlins gremlinizing us all over the place in every major daggone city just because you don't know how to be a daggone parent to your kid. But you say you know it all. But why is it that you got all these gremlins out here gremlinizing if you know so damn much?
Because the animals are out roaming around.
Right.
Now, there was some initial confusion about this today, but the Movement Alliance Project is a completely different organization than Reform Alliance, which was founded by Meek Mill. We also called and emailed the Movement Alliance Project today, and we're still waiting to hear back.
Ain't nobody gonna hear back from them. Ain't nobody gonna hear back from them. I can't wait for someone to expose who the heck it is that these people are and how many times they have allowed or posted bail for so many people at the end of the day that needs to be in jail. And if they end up being black, which I don't know, I know nothing. If they end up being black, at the end of the day, they're freaking doing harm to the same people that allegedly they probably supposed to be out here helping. Now, mind you, if they end up being white people and they're part of a hate group or something, then, you know, that makes sense too. Who knows? But someone needs to figure out who the heck these people are while they hiding behind this corporation or whatever, and nobody seems to know. That's crazy that no one seems to have a clue, and the police just is like, oh, we got the money, bye. And that's that. No one gets a warning. No one gets to know anything. No one gets a heads up. They don't have a record of anything. They just take money from any daggone body. And everyone just thinks that this is okay? Does this even sound like it makes sense? Makes no sense whatsoever. I'm going to try to keep up with this. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.